Thanks, Brandon. Hi, Jaylen. Gary Washburn had brought up to Coach Stevens coming back home. He challenged you guys. Next 4 games were critical. It was an appeal to your pride and character as well as execution. Can you talk about how you've played these last couple of games, please?
Definitely play with, more intent to win, more, a little bit less complacency at times and putting together a little bit better 48-minute stretches. And that's what it's about. I think that we played some good basketball in spots, even the previous 3 games before, but we just didn't do it consistently enough over 48 minutes. So we're putting together better overall games than we have.
Gary Washburn.
Yeah, a couple for you, Jaylen. One, how are you feeling? I know you got you missed the last game with the knee soreness. How's the knee? It looked like you got into it with Ibaka, ran into Ibaka toward the end. How are you feeling? And secondly, joining the 3-point contest, how exciting is that for you? Were you offered to do the dunk contest? What was your options during that whole thing?
I'm all right. I don't want to think about, my knee or anything. It feels a lot better after a win, of course. What was the other question? It was like 4 questions. My bad.
Let me go find him.
The 3-point contest. What went into you entering the 3-point contest? And were you offered to participate in the dunk contest?
I mean, they asked me, and I thought it was obvious. They got some of the best 3-point shooters, including myself. Nah, I mean, they asked me to participate, and I said, why not? Dunk contest would have been great. If I could have done it, I don't think my body is agreeing with me right now in terms of that. But that's something that I was looking to do, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. But they asked me to participate in the 3-point contest, and I said, yeah, why the hell not? You should have asked me a long time ago.
Jay King.
Jaylen, Brad just said that it's not talked about very much, but Robert Williams is really a competitor. How have you seen him kind of grow and making the dirty plays and evolve this year and kind of doing that stuff for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Rob's development since he's gotten here has been, pretty damn good. And he's really carved out a great role, not just on this team, but in this league. And as he's gotten more consistent minutes, you can see his play, continue to emerge. We still like to challenge him from game to game to continue to be locked in defensively and everything. But in terms of, where he was started at to where he's at now, the sky's the limit. He's going to continue to get better. And the more we put him on the floor, I think the better he's going to get. So we're looking forward to that.
Mark D'Amico.
Hey, Jaylen, you talked at the start about how you guys have turned things around for these last 3 games and won them. But I'm just curious from your perspective, why is it important, the fashion in which you won those games in going down to the final couple minutes and being able to turn the tide and win those games?
Yeah, we still have so much to improve, but defensively we've been a lot better. I think during stretches we've taken our foot off the gas and blown 24-point leads, et cetera. You got to continue to guard in this league for the entire game. The moment you let up, teams are good, it's talented enough to come back. So I think we're more engaged in that area, and we got to continue to be better. I still don't think we're as good as we possibly can. A lot of guys are coming in here and scoring a lot of points and stuff like that, and that should bother us more. It bothers me. And as we get smart back and we, get more connected on that side of the ball, we should look to stop some of their better players rather than letting them do what they want.
Brian Robb.
Hey, Jaylen, you touched on Rob already, but can you what are you seeing from the bench unit right now in this last stretch? Obviously, Peyton had 14 for you guys tonight, but the consistency of that group, how big is that for you guys right now in terms of getting you guys back on track?
Yeah, consistency is everything. Like, That's what the league is measured off of. It's not what you're capable of, it's what you do every day. So just preparing, we got some young guys who are stepping in the roles that, they're navigating. And as they're navigating them, you got to continue to come to work every single day and do your job every single day. You can't have days off in this sport. You can't have games off in this sport. You got to perform every single day. So we need those guys to continue to play at a high level if we're going to be, at a chance to make a push. We need, those guys to be great in their roles.
Matt Vitor.
Jaylen, you mentioned your body a minute ago when you were talking about the dunk contest. For you, with a lot of games still to play in this season, do you have to be careful on during the All-Star game and during your time there not to over push yourself, given that you're trying to be able to play through the long haul?
Absolutely. My most important focus is, making the push, making the run, and playing in the playoffs and deep into the playoffs. That's what my focus has been. I like to win. I like to be on winning teams. So, to add to winning, you gotta sometimes make sacrifices. So, for me, I think being in the dunk contest wasn't the best decision for me and my body at the time. Right now, it's All-Star Game is in my hometown and it's in Atlanta. As much as I would have liked to participate, it just didn't work out this time. So, my eyes is down the stretch and getting 100% healthy, which I haven't been for a while, and trying to continue to get better. So when it comes time for my team to need me, I'm there and I'm 100%.
Final question, Raul Martinez.
Hey, Jaylen. Next week is the year anniversary of the NBA shutting down, really sports shutting down. Wondering if you could reflect on that. Does it feel like a year, and how much the NBA has progressed since that and figured things out, and potentially having fans at the Garden when you come back from the All-Star break?
Yeah, 2020 was definitely, an intense year for everybody. A lot of people, felt, the amount of pressure by the society shutting down, and the NBA was like probably one of the biggest indicators, of the world and how everything was kind of crazy at that time. So to look back on it, I think that a lot of growth has taken place personally. And I think everybody has raised their awareness, not just social justice issues, but mental health and et cetera. I think the world, will benefit from that time off. And this year, I think people are more aware of applying, some of the things that they learn. But, that's the nature of not just the NBA, but life. Things happen, and you learn, and you grow, you improve, and now you add it to your daily regimen.